Question number 4. How did Dr. Gratson get your dog tags? Um, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure why I would be the one to answer that question. And first, I hate to disappoint you, but they're not my actual dog tags. I've looked for my actual dog tags and I can't find them. The ones that I got from boot camp, and I was never really a big fan of them anyway because I'm not a particularly religious person, and for whatever reason, when I included a religious denomination on there when I first got my dog tags. I don't know. The dog tags that Dr. Gratson has are part of a project that an artist Matt Freeman is doing. I don't know if he's still continuing it or not, but he was trying to raise money for several different organizations, and his idea was to take the information about people who had been discharged from the military under the policy and put them on dog tags as a way to kind of put a concrete reminder in people's hands that there are actual people, and they're not just numbers. I mean, it's kind of like he was inspired by the kind of the bring them home bracelets that you can get in DC, little metal bands. So he put those together, and I think one of them says "Repeal, Don't Ask, Don't Tell," and the other one gives our information of when we enlisted and when we were discharged and what our rank was, and I think where we enlisted from. I actually received a set myself from the artist. I think he did 30 sets of each person that has volunteered their name, and he sent each of us our own set. And I gave my set, the ones that he sent me complimentary for my participation, to the commanding officer that I had my discussion with when I came out of the military, or came out, and he invited me to his retirement ceremony here in D.C. over the summer, and I took those down with me and handed those to him because the Chief of Naval Operations is the senior uniforms person in the Navy. Above him is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And he works, this captain now works for the Chief of Naval Operations. And not only was this man in attendance, but a former Chief of Naval Operations, who he also worked for, was in attendance. And he got up in front of that crowd at his retirement, knowing I was in the audience. And it was not a huge crowd. I think there were no more than maybe 30 or 40 people there. And told all of these people who worked at the Pentagon and in these D.C. offices that he felt that the Navy was on the right track in letting women serve on submarines, but that it was also time to get rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And for him to do that in front of the Chief of Naval Operations, who had just gotten through telling, several media outlets over the summer that he had his own reservations about whether that was a wise idea, I thought was pretty brave. And as soon as that ceremony was over and I got a chance to talk to him, I handed him my dog tags and got my picture taken with him wearing them. He has them now. I don't know. Maybe when I re-enlist, he'll give them back. I don't know. It'll be an interesting place to see where that goes. But Dr. Gratson has a duplicate set of those. So if you want to see what they look like and he shows them to you, then now you know what they are.